To speak to Randi, call 561-270-3844. 561-270-3844.
For years, Big Pharma has blocked us in Medicare from negotiating drug prices. But not this year.
Yay!
We beat Big Pharma.
Yay!
We finally beat them. First time. Big Pharma lost. And folks, now Medicare will have the power to do what so many Democrats and many Republicans in the past talked about doing, lowering prescription drug prices.
I mean, us and them, okay? This is us actually lowering the price for things like Eliquis and Jardiance. Yesterday, Brett, you were saying the big pill with the little pill with the big story to tell.
The little pill with the big story to tell.
The girl in the yellow dress, that one. It's
Jardiance.
Jardiance.
Yeah, it's Jardiance.
It's for diabetes. It's for heart failure. It's an Eli Lilly drug. And now we will be able to negotiate the price of Jardiance for Medicare recipients, okay? Xarelto for strokes and blood clots. Januvia for diabetes from Merck. Farxiga, which is for diabetes, heart failure, and chronic kidney disease. Why, everybody? It's a triple play. It's the trifecta of prevention. Yeah, diabetes, heart failure, and chronic kidney disease. Entresto for heart failure. My mom was on Entresto. Enbrel for arthritis and other autoimmune conditions. Enbrel, everybody. Enbrel. Xeljanz. Xeljanz. Yeah, any of those? Okay. Humira. Those are for, eczema and psoriatic arthritis and, almost clear. Nothing is better than, what is the little jingle for that one? Nothing is everything. Nothing is everything.
Yeah, nothing is everything. These commercials really make you want to row a boat and fly a kite.
We used to have jingles for pancakes and for, breakfast cereals. Now we have them for drugs, for $17,000 a month drugs. And you should ask your doctor about a $17,000 a month drug. Ask your doctor about that. Well, now we're going to negotiate down the price. Entresto for heart failure, Enbrel for arthritis and autoimmune diseases, Imbruvica for blood cancers from AbbVie and Johnson & Johnson, Stelara for Crohn's disease, bad belly, everybody, bad belly, and Novolog, insulin products for diabetes from Novo Nordisk, who, by the way, is it's a company in Denmark. Check this out. There's a big article today in the New York Times and the Washington Post. I read them both. I get them confused. Both excellent paper. However, there's it's in the homework. Do you know that in Denmark, the total population, okay, is 6 million, whole country, whole thing. They are making pharmaceuticals that are effective in weight loss as a little side thing that's going on, like Ozempic. It's now called Vitamin O. Women are just, taking Mounjaro, Ozempic. The women know what I'm talking about. Every girl knows what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, okay? The one that Novo Nordisk makes, the Dutch company, it's literally their entire economy is living off of this drug. The entire economy. They would have had zero growth, zero GDP growth, if it weren't for Novo Nordisk, if it wasn't for this pharmaceutical manufacturer selling to American women, selling these drugs to American women, and they're using it for weight loss, which is really, really upsetting to people, let's say in the UK, who have diabetes because you can't get it. There's a shortage. I mean, it's crazy. But, here we are trying to negotiate down the cost of these drugs when the demand for these drugs is uber high. And Joe Biden's able to do it. So it's like, do you want them in charge? People who can't even pass a bill to have resource officers stationed outside of schools or inside schools, or whatever. They can't even agree that state available money for state that's already appropriate should go to pay for psychiatric evaluations when they're court ordered. That's another one they couldn't agree on. I mean, this is crazy. This is madness. And here we are doing the big things. The big things like rebuilding roads and bridges and tunnels, burying our power lines, doing things like the Inflation Reduction Act that's literally allowing for the negotiation of these 10 drugs with the Medicare Trust Fund so that the Medicare Trust Fund saves billions of dollars, and so do you. Win-win, everybody. But that's not anything the Republicans are for. As a matter of fact, they're suing Donald Trump. The lobbyist, the chief executive of the Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America, which is the drug manufacturers' main lobbying group, is actually trashing the ability for our government to negotiate with Big Pharma the price that Medicare pays for these drugs. Literally, he said this is going to have significant negative consequences long after this administration is gone. The negative consequences have been in effect long before you were born. People can't afford their drugs. They can't afford their pills. They can't afford the injections, okay? They can't afford it. One of them has Imbruvica, okay? Imbruvica is, for blood cancers. Like, I don't want to name them because I may say them wrong, but it has a sticker price of $17,000 a month. Who the hell could afford that? Blood thinners, like Eliquis. 3.7 million people have Eliquis prescribed for them. It's monthly, $600 a month. How in the world, if you're on Social Security and if you did really well over your lifetime, maybe you're living on $3,000, $4,000 a month, right? That's a good Social Security payment. Really good one. But your drug is $600 a month for a blood thinner. Something tells me you're on some other meds. That one isn't going to do it for you. You know what I mean? But it's so unbelievable. So here we have a president who says, hey, you know what? We could save almost $100 billion with a B, $98.5 billion over 10 years by negotiating these 10 drugs. And then we'll do 15 more the next year. And then we'll do 10 more every year thereafter. And we're not saying give it to people free. That would be good. But no, we're not even. It's like when I show you what these, marginal little pieces of gun legislation look like. They're making you believe, oh, they want to go door to door. We're talking about stupid little, tiny little incidental deals to get better, mental health care out the door. And they won't take it up. So here we are saying, hey, let's save the Medicare program $100 billion, $98.5 billion over 10 years by negotiating just the price of these 10. And they're suing him. I swear to God, they're suing Joe Biden. They're literally against the United States negotiating with private drug companies, literally going to sue him. And they're going to try and tell you that you're not allowed to negotiate prices directly with manufacturers because it's always been that way and it should always be that way. I swear to God. And now he has to go to court. Yeah. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.